What the is going on?
I like to party.
Jesus, honey, wax much?
This is Unwaxed
Get in, loser, we're going shopping.
with Sophia and Sistine Stallone.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. You cannot take my intro, Sistine.
Take it away.
Thank you. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Unwaxed podcast with your favorite sisters, Sophia
and Sistine. You guys, I've missed you. I feel like missing a week of recording kind of made me sad.
I felt really lazy for not doing it, even though it's been actually very chaotic, and I'm sorry for letting everyone know beforehand that we were not doing an episode this past week. But
yeah. But I missed you guys.
I know.
How are you?
How are you?
How you feeling?
How are you feeling, Sistine?
I'm a little self-conscious.
Why?
I'm trying something new here. Give me a second. Let me put them on. Do you like my glasses?
You look like Harry Potter. A little bit. Are they real?
No, they're not real.
I think that's a little weird.
Can I tell you something?
Why?
When I was younger, first and foremost, I think if you have bad eyesight and you wear glasses, 10 out of 10. When I was younger, I always wanted to have bad eyesight because I wanted to wear glasses. Now, unfortunately, I was blessed with perfect sight. So I am now wearing non-prescription glasses, and you're making fun of me.
Sistine, with someone,
Is it that bad?
it's cute. It's just like I don't know. You know, I've had glasses because I actually have horrible eyesight.
Oh, brag a bit more, Sophia.
Okay, Sistine, no, but I wish I didn't have bad eyesight. I wish I could just not wear my contacts every single morning and get dry eyes from them. I wish I didn't have to wear glasses every single morning and night.
You're such a complainer. Look at the bright side of it. You look like a sexy little secretary in them.
Is that how you feel
You
right
don't
now?
have to wear eye makeup because the glasses just hide it.
There's see-through. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you know, my eyeliner's a bit wonky today, so it kind of fixes it, covers it up.
Okay, you know what? Fine, keep them on. She's gonna leave them. You can let us know if she looks like a sexy librarian.
I guarantee I'm gonna watch this footage back and say, why would you let me wear these the entire episode?
I'm telling you not to.
Okay, well, let's move on. We have a lot to catch up on.
Yeah, we really do.
The reason why we missed last week's episode was because Sophia and I finally moved back to LA full-time by Florida. It's been a great almost 6 months of us being there. But now we're going to be here permanently, I
miss Florida.
Really?
You were saying the same thing to me the other day. The weather, everyone's okay. The weather in LA is great.
Or do you just miss a boy in Florida?
I don't miss anybody. I have no boys in Florida. I don't know what you're talking about.
Fair enough.
No, but it's like, I feel like the air quality is not as good. I love humidity. I know people don't like humidity, but I love it.
Okay.
And it's just, I don't know, things are not as open as they are in Florida.
I will say this. I've been very bored being back in LA.
Really?
I think I was so productive in Florida. I had things going on. My schedule was busy. And now I'm trying to, you've hit boredom when you try to do things for yourself that just take up time during the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like we've gone to a lot of workout classes lately.
We've gone to a lot of workout classes.
Just to kill time, right?
I can't move my limbs right now.
Yes.
Genuinely. If anyone can see, I have a cut on my arm from one time boxing.
I know, it's just...
That was my goal.
Doesn't happen that way. We're making lunch plans with people we typically would never see.
Never see.
But
hey.
I started taking up Italian.
I cannot stress enough how many times
I've heard... me.
No. I've just heard you in the kitchen saying little Italian phrases, and you leave your booklet everywhere where you write down these Italian words. I have a question. Why are you learning Italian? We're not going to Italy anytime soon. I don't think you're planning on moving there. You're not dating an Italian kid.
It sort of just goes back to the glasses. I feel like everything in my life is revolving around these glasses. I look smarter, therefore I should know another language.
Is this new year, new me? And this is you? You're trying to wear glasses and be Italian?
You know what it is? Do you remember we had Rob Dial on a few episodes back?
Yeah.
And he was just saying all of these things that sort of made me feel bad that I was doing nothing with my life and that I cannot commit to anything and that I quit on things easily. Well, I thought, Sistine, do you think that you can commit to something for more than 2 weeks without quitting? And I said, I think I can. And I'm on week 4 of learning
That's
Italian.
pretty good. That's more consistent than
Yes.
I've been with anything since I've been home. But you know what was funny? You mentioned something that you got in the email the other day
Oh my God.
that I wanted to bring up because I think a lot of people feel this way when they're graduates of any school.
Well, okay. If you, this is my PSA, if you attend any sort of reunion, you're weird.
You think that's a weird thing to do?
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Yes, I do. And first of all, this email was for a reunion from my middle school. Why would I ever want to see those kids again? First of all, I was a weirdo. We can get into all the weird things we did in middle school,
Yeah.
but like, I don't want to see these kids. I don't.
Well, this was a middle school one?
Yes.
Our middle
Weird.
school was weird.
I get college. College is fine.
Well, Sistine, the reason why our middle school was weird was we had 10 kids a class. So what are you supposed to do at a reunion with 10 kids in there?
That's so true.
Really, like, what do you do? At least with, like, big high schools, you can kind of distract yourself and probably hide.
But I just think, I don't
but
know.
that you can't.
But would you go to a high school or any sort of reunion?
Yeah.
I don't want to see these kids.
I would only
ever
go to a
again.
high school reunion until I know that I've peaked. I can't go when I have nothing going on.
Hold up. You're telling me you would only attend a reunion when you are just at your best and you want to show everyone how good you're doing?
You want to attend a reunion where you're at your lowest and you look horrible
But what?
and everyone else is
We're
going to see
going
that
for the
you're-
wrong reasons
No,
right
you-
now. You're supposed to reunite.
No,
with
I
your
want to
friends.
brag. I want to go
Oh.
into a group of people and be like, yeah, I have that great husband. Yep, I have that stellar job. My body is banging after 3 kids.
You would.
You would.
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't? What would you do there then? Talk to
Not-
people?
Not even attend. Not even attend. That's what I would do. I want to talk about something a little bit serious. You
What?
know how I've always felt. I know we're so all over the map with this intro, but I've just missed talking
Listen
to
to
you
Weekly
guys so
Update.
much. I know. I just love it. You know how I always feel about people watching me through camera devices and the computer and the iPhone?
Yeah.
I will go to such extremes that, say if I'm working out and I'm doing a core exercise and my phone is facing up, I will put a towel on top of it because I genuinely think people are watching me all of the time.
You're not that important to watch.
First of all, rude. Second of all, 1 in 4 cameras get hacked. So those numbers, don't love them.
You're the 1 in 4. All right, so why are you getting into this rabbit hole of people stalking you?
So I was on Reddit
Right.
really late the other night, and I was just deep diving. And I read some pretty scary things. And do with this information what you will, but I just thought, the
I
unwaxed
have
should be
literally
aware.
no
and-
idea what you're about
All
to
right.
bring up.
So I recently found out, someone told me, oh, did you know that Siri, and I know I'm going to say this and everyone's going to be like, no shit, Sistine, no shit. But Siri spelled backwards is Iris, right? So then I go,
No shit. So what's...
yeah, no, I am aware. So then I start researching.
All right.
Tell me of this theory. Tell me if you believe it.
Right.
iPhone, break it down, I, like your eyeball, phone, equals Illuminati phone.
Sistine, where is this going?
Siri, spelled backwards, is Iris. That is a part of the I, correct, right? Stay with me. Apple is Illuminati. They're watching you. Hold on. I have another one. Are you ready?
No.
So Siri spelled backwards. So I
All
get,
right.
I pulled up another one because Sophia's very into Greek mythology, and I
Yeah.
thought the first one wouldn't hook you, but I think
No,
this
this
one
wouldn't
will.
hook
I
me.
think this one will. So Siri spelled backwards is Iris.
Yeah.
Iris is the name of a messenger between gods and humans in Greek mythology. Just saying.
But wait, no. But isn't Siri's whole point is communication between technology and humans? Because you say, Siri, I need help with.
Yes.
So that's cool. If that's why they chose it.
You're missing the
The
point.
first one was creepier. I mean, the first one kind of got me a little bit. It's like, is there more to this?
No. What else did you want? A book report? What do you mean?
You're wearing glasses, so maybe.
Is it the glasses? You thought I came more prepared today.
The glasses, you came in really hot. I mean, honestly, pretty good. That's like a conspiracy theory that we should probably dive into one of these days.
Yeah. I just feel like, forget it. Let's move on.
Okay, wait. This is... I liked it.
Thanks.
Sistine and I want to talk about this because I don't know if anyone else has felt this way when they meet this certain thing.
Oh, God. You sound so suspicious.
No, it sounds weird, but I want to get into babies. So Sistine and I went to lunch yesterday with one of our good friends, and he just had a baby with his wife. And I think she's 10 months old, and he's like, I really want you to meet her. You guys are clear. You're good, COVID-free. Like, let's go. I was scared. I was scared that she was going to hand me the baby and I'd drop it. I was going to be probably annoyed because sometimes when I hear a kid cry, it really annoys me.
Or I hate when I pick up a child and it starts crying.
Because if a baby hates you,
that means you're just an unlikable person.
Bad person.
I heard babies, another theory, babies really can read humans. So if a baby starts crying, that they just know that you're not a good person.
No, it's not that the baby might be in a small... No, I agree with you. It's not that the baby could be maybe an asshole, but it's that you're the asshole because the baby hates you.
The baby's an asshole.
Yeah, exactly. So we met the baby. I fell in love.
Yeah.
I fell in love. And this is the freakiest part is that I didn't want kids or anything, and then I saw this baby and I wanted it. Not in the creepy kidnap way, but like
You went into full mommy maternal mode, and I was just enjoying my fries.
Well, this baby was like looking at me, and I just kept I was having a staring war with it, and then she handed the baby to me, and it just sunk in my arms. It was laughing with me or at me, but it's cute regardless, either or. And then I thought.
What was concerning for me is the entire ride home and following the morning, you kept saying that you are ready to be a mom.
Oh, well, yeah. 100 times.
You are 24 years old.
I know.
Where do you get off?
Well, the crazy thing is I've been saying I don't want a kid for so long. I was like, I don't want one until I'm 35. Like, I just want to figure out my career. And now I'm like, 25 is, I gotta have a quarter life crisis here. Maybe that's my quarter life crisis. I need a kid. Can you find me a suitor?
First, we need the dude.
First step.
Step number one.
But wait, do we remember how Chris Medina, the psychic, came on and said that you'd have the kid first?
He said that?
Remember how oh no, he said you get married first.
Should we bring the psychic back on and see who's going to get pregnant first?
If he says that I'm going to get pregnant first, but you get married first, plot twist.
No. See, I don't think I would be good with babies. I've always felt that I'm just not a maternal person. I mean, That
is so wrong. Sistine, you're probably the most emotional, connected.
Here's the thing.
When she said big news, you started crying.
I think I've just been very emotional these days. Maybe something's in retrograde. I cry.
Oh, God.
You guys, that's another thing. I've been crying a lot.
You have been.
A lot. So when this guy goes, he hands me a baby, his baby, and despite my hands being so big, there's no way I could actually drop it. But I got all tense and I got nervous and I felt a panic attack coming on. And
yeah, but you think that the baby is one of those babies that can't hold its head up. That freaks me out when the baby is all loosey-goosey and it can break his neck. I'm just scared
to hold a kid, push a kid out. What's going to go on downstairs afterwards?
You know what's funny? Mom mentioned her pregnancy cravings the other day. Do you think didn't Mom have pregnancy cravings?
I have such a theory that whatever Mom was craving while she was pregnant with each of us is what we like now.
Okay, so...
Explain me this.
Yeah.
Why am I addicted to soup crackers?
Saltines. But you are obsessed with saltines. You have a box a day.
But they're soup crackers.
Are they really?
Yes.
I know that.
Who likes that? Me.
Yeah.
That was her craving.
And then with Scarlett, she ate Cheerios.
That's
and
what
Scarlett
I'm
has
saying.
Cheerios every day.
What was yours? Probably like
I don't know.
Cauliflower?
I know. All my mom told me was that she gained 60 pounds when she had me.
Okay.
So.
I thought it was kind of weird how you already have a list of baby names on your phone.
I don't think that's weird at all. I see a name, I hear a name, and I go, okay, would I name my kid that? I threw out the names at the lunch, and everyone loved them. So
I think it'd be
set.
I don't know.
You said you wanted to borrow one of them.
I mean, yeah, you're prepared.
I am very
You're ready
prepared.
to go, and if I get knocked up first, knock on wood,
Do you think
I'll
you're
take
going to be
one.
a hard mom, or you think you're going to be an easygoing mom?
I think I'm going to be the devil. Because if
Really?
my kid turns out anything like me, oh my God.
What are you talking about? You were a good kid.
Sophia, I was a good kid, but I was... Looking back on my personality as a child, it's so concerning. It's so concerning.
Child, yes.
Should we just get it? I know we've talked about the weird things that we did when we were maybe in high school, middle school, but take it even younger than that. I was so weird.
Oh my God, I'm thinking, if our kid turned out the way that we turned out when we were growing up, they would definitely not be the cool kid. We were not cool at all. Sistine.
For example.
Oh,
I don't even know where to start. I guess the first thing that comes to my head. One thing I did was I would collect roly-polies.
Those little bugs?
And I ate them. Sophia.
You ate insects?
Sophia.
You ate roly-polies?
If my fucking baby eats a roly-poly, I'm disowning you. And I did that.
No, that's nasty.
Okay, well, make me feel better. Did you do anything weird at all?
All right, let me think.
What? Help me out.
Okay, I don't know why I did this. This makes absolutely no sense. But you know when you use an eraser, like one of those big erasers to erase a pencil?
Yeah,
right?
I know how to use an eraser, yeah.
So I had a very intricate pencil box that kind of opened up like layers, and there's little boxes.
Okay.
So I used to collect all the eraser shavings in like second grade and put them in a box.
See, that is what I'm saying.
Why did I collect eraser shavings?
That's what I'm saying.
But I consider that a collection.
I'll do you one better.
Yeah, what?
I would... I just thought of another one. I would get snails and put them in my locker and let them crawl around like it was a sanctuary for fucking snails. Are you kidding?
You're building a little snail community?
I'm getting chills. That's disgusting.
All right, that's not as bad as I used to find rocks around campus. Just like little rocks.
Rocks?
Yeah,
Okay.
just like small rocks, and put them in my pocket. So by the end of the day, I'd have like rocks stuffed in my pockets. But then I thought that if I ever got lost on campus, I don't know how I'd do that. I left like rock trails everywhere.
Oh my God.
So I would like walk my way back to class using my rock trail. What was
just
that?
in case you got lost?
Was I like that lost? Yeah, just in case I got lost.
Well, at least you stuffed your shorts with rocks. I stuffed my bra with literal toilet rolls.
This is why we didn't have friends.
Toilet rolls. I had SpongeBob square boobs because it was literally a toilet roll.
This is my favorite story about you. I love the fact that when Sistine was younger,
oh God,
she always asked my mom for Flavor Blast goldfish. I can't even say the word. Flavor Blast goldfish. And I don't know if you know what that is. It's great goldfish. But she would ask for bags and bags of it. And we get into her room and we found all these random Pokemon cards.
Let me tell you something.
What?
I was a little hustler back in the day.
Yeah.
This is so weird too. Like I was basically a little dealer in the making. I would go to kids, right? And I would say, meet me behind the greenhouse at recess. I was very young.
Right.
I'd go, these guys would come meet me, right?
That's scary.
So scary. I'd give them boxes of goldfish for their Pokemon cards. And I would just keep trading and trading and trading with kids. And then I ended up getting like insane things that started with goldfish. And then I'd get like some Grandpa's Wars coins, like just cool stuff.
You would fail your spelling tests, but you were focused on dealing Pokemon cards, which you had absolutely no idea how to use.
No, I just had no idea.
You just got all of them.
That would have been smart to keep them because I heard that's just a big thing right now.
So that's the problem. Would you, knowing what I know now, would you let your kid just be that way, or would you go, maybe try not to be as
I'll tell you the final straw.
Yeah.
If I did this next thing and I was mom and my daughter did this, I would say I'll see you in court. I go to Subway.
You'll see my lawyer. You're here for my lawyer.
You're going to hear from my attorney.
I'm going to replace you.
I don't know why Jennifer didn't say there must be something wrong with her. I go to Subway for years.
Yeah, you did.
Do you want to know my order?
What?
I'd get a footlong, right?
That's a bit, yeah.
Toasted.
Right.
Some cheese, some mayo, extra mayo. That's it.
Yeah, like a mayonnaise sandwich?
Fucking
ew, you're just
Sophia!
disgusting.
I'll see you in court. Who does that?
That makes no sense. What does you'll see me in court have to do with anything?
I don't know. Do you understand how cheese and mayo sandwich? Who am I? Why didn't mom say, sweetie, put some meat in there?
We need to have kids together so then we can make sure our kids aren't as weird. Because oh my God, even talent show shit. I remember my talent show, I brought a basketball on stage. Just myself and a basketball. And I sang the song from Like Mike.
Like Mike. What's
Yeah,
that?
I just dribbled. Basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way we dribble up and down the court.
This is
That
the
was
thing.
it. Just to be
We
on
can't
stage.
make, the point of this conversation is we cannot make offspring.
Yeah.
If they turn out anything like us.
Maybe that's why I saw that kid. I'm like, I know I shouldn't have one, but I want it. Now that I can't have it.
Yeah, let's
We
not
shouldn't
do
have
that.
it. But we should have Chris Medina let us know.
Oh, God.
Because I feel like it's probably
You
going to
better
change
get
after.
pregnant first. You can do
No,
the
you
trial
can
run
go
for
first.
me.
I don't
No,
want
no, no.
hold.
Okay, so moving on. I am so shocked that not enough people do this because every time I talk to someone about this, they have no idea what I'm saying, or they say it's completely genius because, yeah, I bought glasses. I'm really smart now. I don't know if anyone out there does this, but if you are not using your close friends feature on Instagram strategically, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah, we're getting into girl talk now.
I gotta transition into this because it's
we gotta
kind of
talk about this.
frustrating.
All right, so this is also going to be a new segment. I think we're going to call it Girl Talk because everyone likes when we kind of share our little secrets. By the way, I think I was about to out our cousin saying about his girlfriend seeing him on LinkedIn, and I think that was fully from us. His
This is so
ex-girlfriend.
bad. So we keep giving really great advice,
Great stalking advice.
but it's coming back to hurt our family members, like our cousin, for example, because apparently his ex is using our stalking methods from the show to stalk our
Stalk him!
cousin.
Oh God!
I'm so sorry, cousin.
I know. Yeah, so I think we should just keep that going. 'Cause
Well, let me
it's funny.
continue the
Yeah.
close friends
Go ahead.
feature. And the fact that you don't even use this correctly just astonishes me.
Well, you're genius because you did this early.
I've
I'll
been doing
explain
this
why I've
for
been messing
years.
this up. But go
I've been
ahead.
doing this for years. I started with the Finsta before close friends was even a thing.
Yeah.
I strategically, depending on the picture, will edit the list every time. I know you might think that sounds crazy, but it's just a sneaky way to thirst trap someone, get someone's attention.
Fair.
You know, for example, it doesn't even have to be sexual. If I tell my girlfriend, oh, definitely gonna out myself, they're gonna kill me. I go, oh, I am so busy, I can't make this lunch, I am shooting the podcast, right?
Yeah.
I will upload on my close friends at the podcast studio, and she will be the only one on the close friends. So she sees, oh, she's not lying.
That's
She thinks,
genius.
and she can't see who else is added. So for all she knows, I have 30 people on my close friends. I'll give you another example.
I had never thought of that one.
Every time I post a really cute, a bathing suit picture, maybe something a little bit like hee
Yeah, of
sexual
course.
on my close friends, you best believe anyone that I've come into contact with, kissing wise, dating wise, is
It's
there.
on that list.
Exes, 100%.
Just
so then,
though.
I can see which ex looked at it, all that
Wait.
stuff.
Wait, so just those guys.
Yeah.
But wait, this is the problem though. You've told me one time to do that. You're like, add him on it. It's been 2 years. I can't just randomly add a guy I went out with that I would, for some reason, want to bring back into my life.
You gotta sprinkle in. You gotta plant some seeds before.
Don't you
gotta-
think it's a little weird if I like the day I post him or have him come on my close friends list?
Well, this
I
is
post
what
like
I
a
would
hot pic?
recommend. This is what I would recommend. You start by liking his photo, every other photo. So then he goes, oh, okay, she's sort of been on my Instagram. Maybe I'm not
Yeah.
muted anymore. And then you start viewing his story. And then after about a week or two of that, then you add him because you guys are homies now. You're close friends. You're liking his stuff. No big deal.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, close friends. If you guys aren't using it correctly, what the fuck are you doing? Also, another way I like to use the close friends feature is if I have a guy that I want him to feel like special, you know, and
Yeah.
I'm talking to him and maybe we have an inside joke and I want to flirt subtly and make him feel like he has my attention.
Yeah.
I will literally just post our inside joke so then he responds like, oh my God, you're so cute, but he's the only one on it.
That's
Like,
that's
he thinks I'm
really-
posting it to all our friends, but only we know the little secret. Like, no, it's just him on it.
Sistine. That's kind of toxic.
And she said my glasses were bad.
She's back to wearing them because she feels smart again.
But glasses back on. By the way, the fact that you just said toxic is so funny.
Wait.
You've been on this train right now.
Is that bad that I've been saying this and no one's getting on board except you? I just said like I've been saying
We're
it.
such a good
I said I've
duo.
been bored. I feel like this whole obviously the past 2 years, like everyone hasn't been really been able to do too
Yes.
much, or a year and a half, whatever. And I said I really want everyone keeps saying hot girl summer. I keep saying toxic girl summer.
It's so funny.
Why is
because
everyone saying hot girl summer? I want like some shit to go
Sophia,
down.
I want to say 3 episodes ago we called it Hot Girl Summer and how we're having a hot girl summer. And now we're totally doing the opposite.
No.
Fuck what we said. Ignore that. We're doing Toxic Girl Summer. I'll tell you why. We're ready to just like cause a menace.
I want to be at a club.
Okay.
I see my ex over there. I'm talking to a new guy, but at the same time I'm on my phone texting someone I'm also interested. Toxic Girl Summer. Drinking tequila.
I approve this message.
Toxic Girl Summer.
You know what the best thing is, though, when you're at a club with, and I do this every time. This is the best advice Jennifer, our mom, has ever given us.
Yeah.
Always leave the house like you're going to run into someone you know.
Yeah.
So I never leave looking heinous, and every time I do, I end up seeing someone I know.
That is so true.
But it's always been a dream of mine just to have one of those fucking movie moments and you're in a club and it's all slow-mo and then you don't see anyone in the crowd because it's just a sea of people, right?
Yeah.
Do you have the music going on in your head?
Oh, yeah.
Give me a little beat. We're in the club, right? And it's just me, and I lock eyes with my ex across the room. I'm like,
oh shit.
Here we go. Feeling a little tipsy. Like, wouldn't that just be the best?
Yeah.
That's the toxic energy I'm talking about.
That is the toxic energy I'm talking about.
So are you trying to get back with your ex?
No, but I want to also make him think we're getting back together.
Why are we
on
the same page?
Why are we evil? Like, you want them to just want you. That's, like, what I want.
I think being back in LA, we just love the drama.
Well, no one I think this is the problem. No one, we've been in a hole. No one has seen us except through our podcast for the last, 6 months. So we're back.
I'm going to quote something you said the other night.
What did I say?
You said, I kind of want...
What did I say?
You're so toxic. We literally, this is the first night out in LA since being back. And you said, I hope there's drama tonight. Because every time you go out with drama, it makes it so much better.
I know. I'm like, either I'm involved in it or I'm not involved in it. And I just, like, light the fire and walk away.
Okay, I'm going to ask a question then.
Yeah.
I sometimes feel like this is the best way to sort of open that door to an ex when it's their birthday. Now, I always get mixed reviews on this. Do you text your ex on their birthday if you're trying to sort of reopen the
Ryan
wound?
brought this up to us because he was like, as a guy, it's actually, we should probably have Ryan on soon since he's a guy and he can bring his guy perspective in. But he was asking even us, we were trying to answer this, is it good to text your ex on their birthday or vice versa? I think...
She's sitting back.
Yes, depending on the situation, but also the duration. So let's just say it's been 2 years, you guys ended amicably. There's no reason to not just say happy birthday. I don't think it's bad. And if they're single. But if
they're not?
If they're not single, it's been 2 years and it ended shitty, You forget their name in your head. They just never existed.
So you're telling me
They're
I
gone.
shouldn't?
You're considering this?
Let's ask the only dude in the room. Yes or no? Texting an ex on a birthday.
Absolutely not.
Whoa! See?
Wait, why absolutely not?
It is hurtful.
Oh, no. But that's Toxic Girl Summer.
Girl summer, that's what worked out.
Who are we?
We got a no. We got a yes. We got a yes. Toxic Girl Summer.
We're unwaxed. Sorry.
See, but actually, that's fair point because if you do text your ex on their birthday, saying happy birthday, it brings feelings back up.
I know.
It does. Even when I get a text, even if I don't care about them anymore, and this can be an ex that you actually dated for a long time, or this can be an ex that you just had like a fling with, whatever. It's still, you can't
But
just be
let me ask
like
the question.
friendly.
What if they've sort of been waiting for an opportunity to reach out and you've been hearing from other people? Like, what if you're both sort of just expecting it, you know? Do you still do it or she just closed the door entirely? I know, it's almost like what's in the past, just leave it in the past, but
Yeah.
I'm bored.
I'm bored. Well, okay, I know people are probably thinking that we
Like,
sound
Jesus
crazy, and they're
Christ,
like,
these
these girls
girls
are
are
really toxic. Like, no,
Here's
but
the thing.
how about this?
22 years of being a good angel. I'm tired of this grandpa.
She's tired of eating roly-polies.
I'm tired of this grandpa.
And having no voice. No, but you know what? Actually, I'm going to add on to this so we can have ending on a positive note because, you know, Sistine and I do say we love the drama. We do.
Yeah.
We do. I mean, we don't always cause it, but we just like to have things going on. But
no, I'll tell you what it is. We don't like the drama. We like to wake up the next morning hungover and say, oh my God.
What just happened
Listen
last
to
night?
this story.
Yeah. So I think that also adding on to a positive point of Toxic Girl Summer, if you want to make it less toxic, why don't you just cut out this 2021 is maybe also decide that I want to like cut off toxic people in my life too.
Oh.
Like boyfriend wise, different story. That's a part of it.
There's history.
There's history and you know it's fun. But I think when it comes to friends and stuff like that, we've just had like a realization with that. And I think we're so much more.
It's hard.
I keep messing with my mic. I don't know why.
It's really hard to cut off a friend though.
Yeah.
Like, the way I do it is not great. I've been very into just ghosting people because I think before I felt so guilty for ignoring a text, or if someone texted me and I really did not want to answer them or they did something to me in the past, I always felt like I owed them an explanation.
Right.
It's like, you really don't.
No.
You really don't owe anyone an explanation unless...
Is that bad? Is that toxic that we're not being honest?
Maybe...
We
give terrible advice on this podcast.
We
actually don't help anyone.
We told people to find their ex on Yelp and see if they complain. I feel like this is just
We're entertaining. That's all I care
it is,
about.
but-
Should we transition into another segment of my favorite segment?
Yeah.
Bedtime stories.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Here it goes. So as you guys know, Bedtime Stories is just a story that's happened to us either in the past or recent, and you guys got it. We have a super recent story.
Super recent story. But one time we read one of your bedtime stories on the show. So if you want to submit your bedtime story for us to read on the show, either respond to our DM on Instagram, our email on our Instagram bio, or where else can they find us?
That's pretty much it.
Just, you guys, we read everything. Message us on
Yeah, we
something,
do.
you know, and we'll find it. Sophia, this might be my favorite story.
Do you want to
Of
kick it
all
off
time.
since you kind of got me into the situation? This happened a month ago.
It was a shitty situation, no pun intended.
Yeah.
Here we go. I feel like we talk about shit a
Shit
lot
all
on
a
the
lot
show.
of time.
Here we
Okay,
go.
it's fine.
So, this is when we were in Florida. My mom is super busy. She goes, girls, you got to bring the dogs to the groomers, right?
Yeah.
And 3 Cavapoos that act like crackheads, you can't really take them with one person. You need to have 2 people in the car. There's just a lot to handle. Mm-hmm. So I said, Sophia, can you come pick up the dogs? Because I already dropped them off. Can you come help me pick up the dogs? And I look at Sophia. She's glistening with fake tan, hair in a hair mask, and in a bathrobe, no shoes.
No
and she
shoes.
goes, I'm not
An
coming.
acne cream.
An acne cream. And she
Yeah.
goes, I'm not coming. I said, looking like that, I don't blame you. But you don't have to get out of the car.
Sistine was, when she says asking me, she was like, no, Sophia, I need your help. Get in the car. I'm like, I really can't. She said, please.
You didn't even have to get out of the car, right?
No, Sistine tells me, I'll drive, park, you stay in the car, and then when the dogs come back in the car after the groomers, just watch them, hold them, and make sure they're not running around.
So, Sophia, bathrobe,
Yeah.
messy bun, no shoes.
Yeah, and guys, when I say dogs, we mean 3 Cavapoos.
It was a lot.
That's not just one. One dog's easy to handle. We 3 of them.
I go into the store, the groomers. I go into the groomers, I pick up the dogs, and I'm walking them across the street back to the car.
And my car is parked across the street.
Across the street, right.
Yeah.
And for some reason, this street is, always empty, but
Always empty.
God just loved
for
us at this
some
moment
reason-
and thought, let's make it very popular
Yep.
at this time. There were cars on both sides trying to cross, and they let me jaywalk. I was like, great. There were people on the sidewalks. There was at least 10 witnesses
Oh, yeah.
to this instance. Mm-hmm. I'm walking the dogs across the street. I say, thank you, cars, stopping for me, thank you. And I'm pulling one of the dogs, and she's not walking, and I turn around.
Winnie.
And one of the fucking dogs starts having not just diarrhea.
No, they just had a full-blown bridesmaid moment.
Explosion.
That movie.
Shooting out. And I know you're like, oh my God, that sounds so stupid.
No.
You guys.
She was pulling her as she was going to the bathroom. And so Sistine's stuck in the middle of the street. There are 8 cars in both ways trying to get across. Sistine's standing with this dog that's shitting in the middle of the road.
At least 10 feet of shit trail.
Oh, yeah. And not only that, Sistine, I hear from outside going, Sophia, help.
I'm freaking out.
So she leaves Winnie in the middle of the street to have me grab her while she grabs the other two dogs.
I ditched the dog.
I jump out in my robe, no shoes, orange.
You see,
with
she's
acne
passionate
cream,
about this.
and grab the dog. I'm holding it up. I look to the side of the car, and these two boys are filming. I look in front of me. Someone else is filming. I'm like, I'm about to get on some type of
I want you guys to have this image in your head. There's a dog shitting her brains out in the middle of the street.
She's still going to the
Sophia's
bathroom.
shoeless in a bathrobe. At 3 p.m., by the way.
Yeah, at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Let's not even just forget
holding
that.
a dog that is still shitting as she's holding it. There are cars
with a hair mask on.
There are cars that are so disgusted in what they're seeing. They're honking and they're actually going around the shit because it was that smelly. Like, it was so bad, right? So I shoved the other two.
Oh no, these guys were like laughing. There was thinking I looked hot. As
so
a
then
joke,
we start
obviously.
to get some neighbors come out of their houses. This was a whole ordeal.
Oh, this is a huge
We
ordeal.
start getting some neighbors.
This took a good count to a minute, 60 seconds.
I would say it was at least 3 minute ordeal.
You think so?
100%.
Oh, God, my life.
Because then I had to
flashed
deal
before
with
my
her. She didn't stop for some reason. I don't know why she was like a fire hose this day.
I have no
I
idea.
get some sassy neighbors come out of their house.
Yeah.
And she's looking at me like, is that poop? Is your dog pooping? And I said, no, it's pee.
Oh,
She's peeing. Because she goes, I'm gonna fine you.
Yes,
Because it's
they
a
were gonna fine
$500
us.
fine if you don't pick up your dog's poop in Palm Beach.
She didn't just want to add more fuel to the fire that's already going on.
Yeah.
Like, you can see we are struggling.
Yes.
Like, there's also the other two dogs are jetting off somewhere. Sistine couldn't handle them.
But see, it
was
just goes back to the simple task of picking up your dog at the groomers turns into an absolute shit show.
Yeah.
It really did.
It
Sophia
really
had to
did.
sit with the dog diarrheaing in her lap on the way home.
Yeah. My bathrobe is gone.
Destroyed.
Yep.
It's just a great time.
It
It
was
was a lot
great.
of fun. I don't think we can ever go back.
No.
And I really hope someone can send me that video
Sistine
of
keeps
us
saying,
freaking
I
out.
hope you don't, and I
I
hope
would love
you
to
get
see
rid
that
of it.
footage. You in the middle of a street in broad daylight with a dog that's pooping and you're in a bathrobe and no shoes. You look like a crazy person.
I looked like a crazy person.
That's so funny though.
Oh, God.
What are you gonna do?
You know,
That was our bedtime story. Remember,
by the way, I feel like people, it's like since we've been doing these bedtime stories, situations that are way more chaotic than they should be have been happening. And I don't know if you guys are causing this or people are praying for us to get into horrible situations.
but I kind of love when we do, because then we can talk about it on the show.
Oh, yeah. That's not only that. Remember how I talked about the story about my nails falling off?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. He brought that up. So, you guys, I'm exposing myself when I told everyone that I wore fake nails and they're falling off all over the food on
Yeah,
a date.
I hope you guys know, every time that we do bring up a story on the show about a guy or a recent date we went on, there has not been a time where they haven't questioned us. Oh, you shared it on the podcast? Oh, was that about me?
Yeah, and you know what he even said? He was
The
like,
things we do for you
he was like,
guys.
oh, these micro lies. I'm like,
He said what?
micro. He goes, what are you? Who are you really? Oh God, he's gonna listen to this. Screw it. Nice
He
guy.
said
But that was kind of like,
micro-lies?
yeah.
Micro lies.
Micro lies.
Never heard that before.
I know.
Are you a micro liar?
Am I a micro?
Am I
liar?
a mega liar then? Like, what does that even mean?
I mean, you think I want to tell people that I wore sticky nails from Target and they were falling
yeah,
off
but we do
on
it
our
for
food on
the
a date?
content. We do it for the content. We do it for you guys.
Yeah.
Looping back to you guys, we are going to jump into our unsolicited advice segment. Sophia, why don't you tell them how they can submit their questions?
Same thing as always.
No, Sophia, go to the Apple Podcast page.
Oh, I was...
God, we're so bad at our
I know.
job.
All right, go to the Apple Podcast page, give us that 5-star, and in the comments and review section, please just ask your question there, and we will
That's the only
answer
way
it.
we're going to read it. The first question is, you have both dealt with hate in the past. What was some of the worst, and how did you handle it? And when I read this question, my brain went to the first thing. I already knew a very bad instance for me. Do you remember? I went into an acting audition, maybe a year ago, a year and a half ago. And I go into this audition, and I didn't know the etiquette when you are doing an audition in the acting world, you're not really supposed to make friends with the people working the casting directors. You're not really supposed to talk to them. You're sort of just supposed to get in there and do your job and whatever. Me thinking I'm just going to sell myself on them and then maybe they'll think I'm a good actor. That's how I sort of maneuver. So I go in, I do my audition. Do I think I got it? No. But do I think it was terrible? No. I thought I did an okay to good job, right? Mm-hmm. I get a call from my agent, my old agent, and I get a call at 8 a.m. And she calls to tell me, normally when you get a call at 8 a.m., it's good news. You got the part.
Yeah.
Agents don't call at 8 a.m. And I answer and I go, hello, thinking, here we go, big break. And she goes, how do you think you did? And I said, I think I did good and blah, blah, blah. And she goes, interesting, because the only notes that this casting director left for you was stupid. And I go, what? And she goes, yeah, those were the only notes. And I go, well, what was stupid, me or the audition? Like, what did she say? And she goes, I didn't ask. I go, okay.
What a mature person.
I know. So anyway, there's so much more to the story, but how I dealt with that was my mom and dad basically had to talk me out of this dark hole, and because I felt so bad about myself. I was crying. Yeah. I felt like an idiot, and I don't really know why. They would just say I was stupid or anything like that, but my mom, what she helped me with is she said, write this person's name down and write down what you want to accomplish because of how this person made you feel. So that's what I did. I wrote down the woman's name, and then I wrote down my goal that is going to make me stronger because of it. And time told the truth, and it happened for me. So it kind of like, in a weird way, just sort of shifting your negative energy or the way you felt and turning it into something positive. That's a really good story, especially when it comes to the entertainment world and the work field. Or even just getting rejected at anything.
Yeah, exactly. And in my story for hate is, I would say, more so with people like in college. And I remember this one story, and oh my God, it was my freshman year or sophomore year, I can't remember. And we had just gotten the Miss Golden Globe thing, right? And I was sitting in the room, and it was with 8 girls, and some of them were in my sorority, some of them were not. And I literally just had found out, and I told one of the girls there. And apparently, kind of like, obviously, it circulated a little bit, and one of the girls said in front of everyone, you only got that because of who your dad is, just like most things in your life and in the future. You won't have to work that hard at anything.
Yowza.
And she goes, I promise you, you're so lucky. And I remember in that moment going, yeah, I understand that there are situations and things that we will get just because, or at least we'll get more notice because of who our dad is, and I'll never, ever fault that. Like, I'm so proud of
Did you say anything to her?
So I didn't at first. I really was I was more, when you're in the situation and you don't know what to say? Mm-hmm. I remember I didn't know what to say. So I left it. I hate that. Then I came back around later on, like 2 days later, we're all kind of sitting there, and it was a bigger group of girls. And I was, what did I say? I said kind of like, I was like, I wanted to bring up what you said yesterday, and that was unbelievably bitchy of you, because a lot of things that I do in life, I actually work hard for, and karma's a bitch. So I just kind of left it at that. And so I kind of said something like that, but I stuck up for myself, and I was like, and I kind of didn't need to prove anything to her, but in my head, and this is just like negative self-talk, what I told myself is, because of that asshole comment from her, I'm going to work 10 times as hard. And I don't need people to tell me that I deserved it because I got it on my own. I want to know that I got it on my own. I don't need validation from people. Because everyone, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has them. Oh. And everyone will. Yeah. And so things that we do in life, I can't wait for people to validate me. And so that's kind of how I thought. I was like, look, she's obviously from a dark place, and I'm not going to let her drag me down. So I'm going to keep doing what I do, which is be positive, work as hard as I can. And I mean, to be honest, there's a lot of good things coming.
It's sort of the same but different. It's almost like you work harder because my bad habit is I sometimes try to prove people wrong. It's my favorite pastime. I love proving people wrong, but it shouldn't be the driving force to why I want success. But I think It should be some of it.
And, in the end, if anyone gives you hate, obviously there's something going on with them in their own personal lives
true.
and their own insecurities. So don't take it personally. It's not worth it. And just keep doing you and be the best you.
Retweet, Sophia.
Thank you. All right. The second question is, I don't drink because I get migraines, but I feel like drinking is a huge part of dating. Any advice? Other questions about dealing with migraines? Okay. So
I picked this question out because you get a lot of migraines.
I do.
And there were a lot of questions regarding migraines because you've talked about your experience on it. I'll just chip in a little bit in the beginning about social drinking, dating drinking. I think I support it. I think it takes the edge off. And I think, is there a way that you can do it, Sophia, that you've experienced that it doesn't?
Actually, that's so funny because someone brought this up. I forgot who it was on Instagram. And they were saying how there was this societal pressure that when you go on a date, you always have to drink or you have to have a glass of wine. And I mean, for me,
you do. I'm just kidding.
I do. I need to take the edge off. And I don't have it as bad where I get migraines from alcohol. I get migraines just from stress a lot. And so I'll get them once a month. I'm very, very, Sistine hates being around me from that. But I realize it really just depends on the person. You have to stay hydrated. You have to manage your anxiety and calm down.
We'll cut the drinking out. How do you deal with the migraine?
Well, that's what it is. You lower your stress. You stay hydrated. Try to reduce caffeine.
Sounds terrible.
I mean, you find the medication that works for you. You can also do you can do Botox. So if you want to get into that train,
okay,
fill your face up. No.
Okay.
But it's kind of funny is when she said there's a pressure to drink. If you don't want to drink on a date, don't do it. Sometimes I go on dates with people, and I'm really not that nervous for it, and I feel like he's waiting there, or he's not pushing anything on me. Honestly, no one's ever forced me to have a drink. No one's put a gun to my head and said, if you don't get this margarita
this cocktail
with tahini around the rim, I'm gonna. No, but I feel like if you're not in the mood and you're driving, and you're just there to get to know someone, don't do it.
Yeah.
What? They're gonna look at you
or
weird?
avoid it and just do a lunch or a coffee date.
I understand that sometimes you can feel like, oh, the person's going to feel uncomfortable having a drink, but just make it known, it does not matter to you. You're not judging them. Who cares? Who cares if someone has a drink or not? I
agree.
Yeah, thank you.
I agree. To an extent. I like my cocktails.
Oh, no. I like my cocktail. I will not go to do that.
Let's stay on brand with Toxic Girl Summer. Let's stay on brand.
Oh, yeah. We have the Toxic Bodies.
Tequila bodies.
That's Toxic Girl Summer.
The last one I
Perfect.
thought was funny. I don't think you are prepared for this one.
No.
What's your best pickup line to a guy? Do you have one? Or maybe just your go-to flirting technique.
I actually was flirting with someone the other day, and I don't think this was a good flirting technique, but I think I scared him because I said we should do a Vegas trip, and he's like, yeah. And I go, yeah, it'd be really funny. Let's go meet Elvis and get in the chapel.
Oh, you said let's get hitched.
Basically. I didn't mean to. I was kind of...
Did you also say you want to get pregnant with him as well? Why would you do that?
I feel like it was along the lines since I saw that baby.
Well, it depends. A lot of guys would probably be into it.
But then I also said... And then he kind of looked at me weird, so I said, no, we get a divorce after, and it'd just be a funny story.
For the podcast.
It was a really, really stressful...
so your line is, let's go to Vegas and get hitched.
No, that's not. But I said that line. I thought that was going to be funny, but if you didn't find that funny...
Didn't come off well.
No. What's your pickup line?
Mine, the problem with LA guys is they'll stare at you, but they won't come up to you.
Yeah.
That's what I hate about Los Angeles. So it's do I either have something in my teeth or you want to come say hi? What are you looking at, right? So if a guy is staring at me and I catch him staring at me, I'll call over and I'll say, I see you peeking, but you ain't speaking. What's that about? And typically it works. It's a 50% success rate with that one. Either they just turn around going, why would she just have that ready to go?
Right?
What the hell? And the other time they think it's funny and they'll come up to me.
That's
use it. You're welcome.
Use it. I thought you were going to say if a guy is staring at you, just stare back and start barking or something like that.
Why would that bring someone over to me?
No, I mean,
barking.
You see a guy looking at you, checking you out, and you just start meow, meow. That's
Fucking
it.
weirdo.
Yeah, but so don't use my line. I like your line. I think that would work.
Thanks, it will. Okay, I think we should wrap up the show.
Yeah.
I could sit for another 2 hours with you guys. Okay, just Sophia, can you tell me how to find the socials and everything? I keep forgetting how to do it.
Okay, if you guys want to find us on
No, say it more chipper.
Oh, okay. I Stormtrooper. Okay. Thank you guys so much for listening to this week's episode. We cannot wait to see you back next week, and maybe we'll have a guest since we love our little train we've been having with guests. So if you want to find us, go to Unwaxed Podcast on Instagram. We have a Twitter that I barely run, so probably don't find us on Twitter. We also have an email. It's unwaxedpodcast@gmail.com.
And our TikTok.
And we have a TikTok.
That we're also really bad at running.
We're really bad at running, but it's... And
you guys,
really
we're doing our best.
It has no flow.
No flow, but we're doing our best. Okay, we love you. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
From all of us here at the show, thanks for staying unwaxed.
No, Kelly Clarkson!
Be sure to download new episodes every Tuesday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Follow your hosts at Sophia Stallone and at Sistine Stallone. And be sure to follow the show at Unwaxed Podcast. We'll see you next week.